If you don't want to be here then leave, because I don't need you. The shift lead who said it, Adriana 20-something, tried to get me fired after dismissing me from my shift. I got the job at 16 because I was dating one of the other shift leads. Already off to a terrible start. I know my boyfriend was one of those characters that people either loved or hated, mostly hated if you come from a loving home, because he was admittedly a terrible person, and Adriana especially hated him. I'm sure she had her reasons. One Saturday morning I showed up to work to find Adriana yammering about my BF calling out that day. He didn't tell me he was calling out, and since Adriana was visibly upset already about his absence, I texted him to ask what's up. Why did you call out? Adriana is really mad about being short-staffed on a Saturday, and now she's going to be yelling at me about it all shift. My boyfriend was a real shit stirrer, and I was somehow incredibly fucking oblivious to this at the time. I texted him mostly to vent, but of course he used this as an excuse to start an argument with Adriana. He texts her something accusing her of talking shit, which for the record I did not say she was doing, and I can hear from the kitchen she immediately started yelling into oblivion about how if I have something to say I should say it to her face, and how I'm a stupid fucking dumb bitch, literally so fucking stupid. This bitch is the dumbest girl I've ever met. Why are you even with him? So valid, queen. I was a little dense back then, I guess. Amidst her tirade about how stupid she thinks I am, she comes into the office, where I'm eating my pre-shift breakfast of Boston Market macaroni in total silence. This whole time I was just dissociating into my Mac, because what the ever-loving fuck else would I do? No only did I come from a home where yelling often lead to me dodging flying lamps and drawers, but I was genuinely scared she'd have her cousin jump me if I pissed her off. Well, before this even happened, so she's standing there, I'm eating, kinda smiling out of discomfort, just watching her tear into me even more about my intelligence. Why? Because my boyfriend called out of work. It was honestly so bizarre, had escalated so quickly, and I was so dissociated. Life kinda felt like it was moving in slow motion. In that moment she eventually says the magic line that snapped me out of my dissociation and freed me from my wage slave chains that lovely Saturday morning. If you don't want to be here then leave, because I don't need you now. Again, this is Saturday morning at a Pizza Hut that is already short-staffed. I knew for a fact that she was bullshitting not needing me, but I also knew that she said it right in front of the office cameras, so I'm thinking, that sounded like approval to leave early, didn't it? Especially after being fucking berated for 15 minutes straight. As soon as I walked in the door, for something I didn't even do, she later tried to get me fired for walking out on my shift, and the first thing I did was tell the general manager to check the cameras. I should have just let them fire me. Honestly, Adriana, if you're out there, I live every day thanking God that I didn't have to experience a phase of life that included screaming at 16-year-old girls first thing in the morning at my big fancy Pizza Hut shift lead job. I heard you also got fired for assaulting a customer. It's okay. I understand that being a shift lead at Pizza Hut is a very high-stakes environment to be working in. No, really. You don't look insane at all screaming your head off inside a fast food joint on a near daily basis. Completely sane and very intelligent behavior right there.